It's obviously been tough. We've had games where we've been shit, we've had some fight back, but we've lost them all. And the only games I can think of where we've shown fight was PSV, where we had about a half-hour spell where we looked like we're about to score from when we conceded till they scored their second goal. And obviously the games we won. We beat Aston Villa, we beat Real Madrid. Then we lose 3-0 to Man City. We lose 3-0 at home to Nottingham Forest, and now 4-1 at home to PSV. PSV. PSV should not be coming to Anfield and beating us 4-1. Arne Slot should have PSV's number. They're a Dutch team, he knows them extremely well. Should have been an easy 3 points in the Champions League, but no. He fucked it. He fucked it. Thank God for this new Champions League format, because my God, I would not like to go back to the Bernabeu. Jesus Christ, I no, just no. That would end in just utter hell. But the reason why I think we shouldn't sack him is because there's no free manager out there that we can properly replace. Because I don't want an interim to take over or some shit one just to see us off the season. That's not the mindset I want. And I don't think any fan, not just Liverpool fans, but I don't think any fan should have a mindset of as long as it's not him. Because I don't want someone like Gareth Southgate or Ten Hag or even Gerrard. I don't want Steven Gerrard. He's been proven to not be a good Premier League manager. He lasted a year at Aston Villa, and that year was dog shit. So no, I don't want him back. I don't think it'll go well. And I think it could even tarnish his reputation if he doesn't do well. Like, we've had legends lead us before. We've had Dalglish as manager, I think, twice, and they weren't the best. I mean, they did get us Jordan Henderson, which was good. So thanks, Kenny. But I don't like, we've seen other clubs do this. Like, we see Chelsea with Frank Lampard, didn't work. They literally won a Champions League when they sacked him. Ollie with Man United, it kind of did work, got him second and to a Europa League final, but then just went to shit the next year. So it would be a really, really poor idea for us to get Stevie in, and I don't think we should entertain that idea. The managers who are good enough to replace Slot is Iriola and Oliver Glasner. I think that would be perfect replacement. I would love to do Oliver Glasner's formation. I like to do Amarin's formation. I like to give it a go. We just need to get centre backs in. However, I would not want Amarin as manager. I think Oliver Glasner would do a perfect job. But it's just how much money would we have to pay to get him out? And why would they want to go? If they didn't want to go, I'd say fair. You're doing things really well with your club, who when you joined, no one expected for you to do great things with them. Why would you want to leave? Why would you want to go to a current ship that is sinking and try and fix it and possibly have your reputation ruined? We've seen that with Amram. His reputation was ruined last season. It's getting back to where it was before, but it got ruined. He was like admired at Sporting, but then he went to United, it didn't go well, and it just got tarnished. It's getting better though for United at the moment. It's just getting worse for us. So Iriola would be probably top of my list, but I just think Bournemouth and Palace might shut us down if we go for them. So that could lead us not getting them and then picking a manager for the long run who's not good enough, who's not like Slot or Klopp. Like, I don't think this should tarnish what Slot's done at Liverpool. Like, we've seen so many people saying, "Oh, this was Klopp's team that won the Premier League with. Now he has his own players." Shit. Jurgen Klopp did not put Gravenberch at the sixth row. Arne Slot did. Jurgen Klopp didn't get Salah's best season out of him. Arne Slot did. Jurgen Klopp didn't make Gakpo one of the best left wingers in the Premier League. Arne Slot did. That wasn't Klopp. That was Arne. Gravenberch was a rotation player who barely played last year, and now this year he's unbelievable. So I think we need to stop this over criticizing of Arne, because he actually has done a good job, and actually it was not a few games, a lot of games shouldn't really determine that. But I think if he stays around, it will tarnish his reputation. So that's why I'm not fully Slot out yet, because my ideal replacements aren't free. They're not ready to become Liverpool manager. And I don't mean that on an academic sense. I mean that on a job position sense. They're both probably in deep contracts with their current club. And why would they want to leave? As I said before, they're at really good clubs. They're doing well with them. Like Glasner beat us 3 times. Why would he want to go to the club where he's beaten 3 times? We're not even in December yet. But I think if we got Areola, I mean, he could get the best out of Kirkus. If we got Glasner, it could attract people like Guehi and Adam Morton. So these things, they sound great. They really do. But Arne is not helping himself at the moment. Like, before the game yesterday, I was full on, like, don't sack Slot, just give him time. Then at the end of the game, I was like, okay, maybe we should. But I'm not 100% on the idea yet. But he needs to change tactics. He needs to change lineup. He needs to change all these things if he wants to work well. Like, our defensive structure is so poor. We have so many attacking players that when we have the ball and we're at the edge of the box, so many players commit. If we lose the ball, which has happened a lot, we're on the counter attack. And who's back? Van Dijk, Kanate, sometimes Bradley if he plays. Usually Frimpong's up there if he plays. Then they easily get past them two, and it's either a goal or a corner, and they score from the corner. We have not won a game in the last few games where we've conceded first. I don't know why. Anytime we concede the first goal, we collapse. Our mentality goes out the window, and it just turns into a train session for the other team. Hello, Ethan. Thanks for joining the chat. So Arne's not helping himself in that department. The players he needs to drop are, for example, Mo Salah has not been on form. I don't know what happened. So many fans beforehand, like United fans, saying Salah's going to drop off season. And I was like, there's no way. That doesn't make sense. That's just not possible. He can't go from his best season, getting 4th or 5th in the Ballon d'Or, and then just have a stinker. But he has. I don't know what's happened to him. Is it confidence? Is it now that he has a new contract, he doesn't really need to fight for anything else? I uploaded that clip of Jamie Carragher for a reason, because he's bang on. This time last year, after the Southampton game, Mo Salah gave interviews. He would stay how much he wanted to stay at the club. But now, where is he? All we hear from is Van Dijk. The whole time. And I think that's unfair. I think we need to get Alisson to do some interviews. We need to get Robertson. We need to get Salah. We need to get these players who've been here for more than 5 years to really step up and say, yeah, we fucked up. Apologies for the performance. We've been shit. It's not good enough. It's just not good enough. The other players that need dropping, I really wish we got Guehi, because Kanate would be well out of this fucking team by now. I cannot believe the actions he did for that third goal last night. I cannot believe he jumps over the fucking football as a centre back. This is not under 10s. He's a professional footballer on like 200 grand a week, and he jumps over the football. I really want to have a word with him and ask him what his fucking plan was. Was he trying to flick it over the player, do some razzle dazzle shit? Was he trying to just boot in the stands but he just miskicked it? I thought the rational thing to do was get the ball, move it back a bit, and pass it to Mamashvili, and then have him boot it up. It's shocking, absolutely shocking. We can't drop Van Dijk and Kanate, because who are we going to play? Joe Gomez or Endo or Robertson? Joe Gomez has a stinker in him, and when he has a stinker, he is the worst performing player of the night. I remember that Real Madrid game in the round of 16 really well because he was so fucking abysmal. And then you have Endo, not a centre back. You have Robertson, also not a centre back. We really should have focused on our defense because that was our weakest area going in the season. Like we sold Kwanzaa, we sold Vandenberg, which I was actually quite upset about. I really like Seth Vandenberg, but we sold him and we didn't get any reinforcements in. If we get any injuries to Van Dijk and Kanate, we are so fucked. We are so fucked. This strung of games should have been winnable. We should have beaten Forest. We should have beaten PSV. We should beat West Ham. And God help them, they should beat Sunderland. I'm going at that game. And if they don't beat Sunderland, Lord have mercy on those players. I will run onto that pitch. Oh, and I'll have words. I'll have words to say that. But this was our winnable streak. Like obviously, like we've played Real Madrid at home and we beat them. Yes, we can't beat fucking PSV. How poor is that? I'm see one of you is probably. I'm going to assume you're from America since there's turkeys. If you are, then happy Thanksgiving. But just other players need to be playing. Like Chiesa needs to play. I saw some ridiculous person saying that he's not good enough for the Premier League. When Chiesa comes on the pitch, he's darting around. He's putting his heart on his sleeve. He has his mind for the team. He's always fighting. Mo Salah's just doing nothing. He's lazy. Chiesa should be starting. End of. My ideal 11, if everyone is fit, is Alisson, Bradley, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz as a 10, Szoboszlai on the left, Chiesa right wing, and Ekitike as striker. I think that is a team, that's a dominant team. If you get the tactics right, that's a very dominant team. Why I didn't put Isak there is because the tactics that Slot has does not suit Isak. He has him as a poacher. He was never really that in Newcastle. He was an advanced forward. He'd get involved in play. He had 14 touches against Forest. It's not good enough for a record signing striker. Somebody who was second in the Premier League goal scoring charts last year. Simply not good enough. So he needs to adjust his tactics if he wants Isak a striker, which he's going to be on Sunday because Ekitike is not fit. So solutions have to be made because Slot's going to get himself sacked. Will he lose the dressing room? I feel like he's starting to. He's not inspiring the players. Same players are starting all the time. Same tactics are being used. They just don't work. Surely you have to get to a point as a player and think, what the fuck is he doing? Like, would it not take some ballsy fucker to just stand up and say, Gaffer, wake the fuck up. We have won 3 out of our last 11 games. We've lost 4 at home in the Champions League. Change the fucking system because it is failing. I think someone has the balls to do that. I hope so, but it won't happen, sadly. When it comes to January, centre backs have to get a centre back. Guehi just won't be done. He's going to go in the summer. So for then, you could either loan a player like we did with Ozan Kabak, which please be a bit better this time, or we could just sign somebody like a Leone, who's probably a bit older and a bit more experienced. But who is that player? If he's got any suggestions, please let me know. But will signings be made in January? You never know with this board. Like, we had the greatest window of our history during the summer. We spent so much money on these players, but they're just not performing. Last year, they bought no one for Slot, which made no sense. So it's really a complete mixed bag when it comes to this board. We haven't been rumoured with any centre-backs. We've been rumoured with Antoine Semenyo, which I think is perfect Salah replacement. Premier League proven. He's quick, he's strong, he's athletic, he scores goals for fun. He'd be perfect. I would love Semenyo at Liverpool. But a centre-back is needed desperately. Desperately. However, Semenyo would be probably second on my list because our attack is so lackluster. Like, Salah gets the ball, he dribbles a bit, then he loses it, and he doesn't track back. It's just poor. You're one of the longest serving players at this club. You should be leading with a better example. It's just really bad mentality, really poor mentality as well. So will Slot drop him? No. He'll play on Sunday. He might play Wednesday. Because Slot just doesn't learn. And he'll regret it when John Henry eventually calls him into his office and says, Arna, thanks for everything you've done, but it's time to go. And that will happen unless he changes. I think there is redemption in Arne Slot. I think there's a chance he can turn this around. Maybe not Sunday. Better be fucking Wednesday. But I think it can change. There's a chance it can change. If he gets his head out of his arse and realizes the mistakes he's made, he can change it. I really thought that result on against Madrid would change us. What will it take? We've beaten our our foreign rivals, a team that's caused us so much pain over recent years, at home, but a great performance, but attack and defense, kept Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Juniors, people who could win the Ballon d'Or, quiet. What else do we need to do? Is that not good enough? Is that not good enough to motivate these players to push on? Man City away, just beating Madrid, putting a good performance. No, nothing. And of course, that refereeing decision would change the game. It would have us 1-1 at halftime at the Etihad instead 2-0. But we didn't deserve it. We didn't deserve it. Plain and simple. Just didn't deserve it. We deserve to lose that game. Every game we've lost, we deserve to lose it. Over the last few games, I've reacted to the games differently. I saw the Brentford game, I was just angry. I was like, what the fuck has happened here? Because they got the basics so wrong, yet again. Brentford are a team that likes long balls and long throw-ins, and we didn't defend that well. The Man City game, I was in the middle of the road. I was half pissed, but I was laughing at it. Forest game, I was full on laughing at it. I was thinking, you're such a fucking embarrassment. You're a fucking joke, that lot is. Seriously now, you're a fucking joke. And I was thinking, what's the point of getting angry over? However, what crossed the line is conceding 4 goals at home in the fucking Champions League. I saw a poll from somewhere, I don't know what it was, but it's one of those polls of like who's gonna win, and it was West Ham, Liverpool, draw. 58% West Ham, 38% Liverpool. I think that's what it was. That could be completely wrong. And about something odd percent for a draw. And I just comment saying that makes me really fucking sad. That's the state we're in. That people are backing West fucking Ham. They're turning us over. How sad's that? Last year it would have been a Liverpool win all day. But no, when we went there earlier this year, we won 5-0. Now we probably lose 5-0. That's how much we've changed. And that's how sad it is. That's our new reality at the moment. And I can tell you, if we lose against West Ham or even draw with West Ham, I'll come out. I'll post a community tab or I'll post a video and I'll say Slot out. I'll officially want that man gone. I don't care about Glasner and Areola's job position. Just it'd be time to go then. However, if we win against West Ham and if we win against Sunderland, which they better do, if we win our next game, I don't know what it is. I think it's Leeds, but that is probably wrong. If we win our game after that, that could see us turning around. And I really hope it does. Because we are in a bad situation. With that Palace game, though, it was just one big foreshadowing, wasn't it? Poor performance in the first half. It really should have been 6-0 at half time. Kanate being a fucking clueless defender, which is becoming more regular now. We had only a few players busted out, like Chiesa. 1-1. We thought, okay, here we go again, another late winner coming for Liverpool. Like, obviously, another disappointing performance, but it's a winner all the same. 3 points in the bag. But then Eddie Nketiah scores. We're like, okay, bound to lose the game. The way we're performing, this is our chance now to say, hey, well, look, we can't win them in the last minute always. Let's try and win a game fucking convincingly, please. Let's go. But then Galatasaray, 1-0. Fair. It's away. It's in Turkey. They have one of the best atmospheres in Europe. There's no doubt about that. So it's obviously going to be a hard game. So okay. It's only been 2 games. But then Chelsea away. The defending I saw in that game. The mentality I saw in that game. It was different. I've been following this club for 7 years. I've seen us at some low moments. Not as low as some other fans have seen their clubs, but low moments all the same. And I was like, what's happened here? Is it, we're Premier League champions. How are we losing this game? Then it was the international break. Then I can't remember how the games went, but we'll go to Man United. I was like, this is our turning point. Our biggest rivals at home. We've beaten them 7-0 here before. 4-0. We've turned them over. We've sacked Man United managers because of our games. This is our moment to beat them. But then what happens? 2 minutes. Brian Mbeumo scores. What's the point? Eh? 1-0 to Man United. I was thinking, okay, this is weird. Let's see a reaction. Let's see how they deal with this. More poor attacking. We draw back to 1-1. But 5 minutes later, Donkey scores. Harry fucking Slabhead Maguire scores at Anfield. Beats Liverpool Anfield. I never saw that in my years as a fan. The last time they beat us Anfield was 2015. 2015. And we let them beat us at home. I felt disgust that day. I felt anger. I never really felt like that much in my time. But there I was, seeing Man United celebrate a win at Anfield. We obviously then had our win against Villa, our win against Madrid. But now we're here. We've lost our last 3 games. We've conceded 10 goals in our last, 3 games? We've conceded 7 goals. Our last 2 games at home. That's not good enough. And to people who are Slot out, fair enough. I can see why. And honestly, if he gets sacked right here, right now, and the news comes true, I wouldn't be shocked. I'd say, yeah, it's probably the right call. I'm not there yet. I'm at the door of it. I'm about to knock at it, but not yet. I still think that he can turn it around. Is that me being genuine? Is that me being delusional? Probably the second one. Probably, like, I've never predicted Liverpool to lose a game before, and I never will. But I'm getting close to it. I never want to go into a game and think we're going to lose this game, and I'm back at every game I go into. I'm like, we're going to win this game, no matter how we're performing. And I think every fan should be like that. Like, you can be realistic, but I don't think you should be flat out negative and write it off straight away. But we have never played this season a game convincingly where we deserve to win. The closest one's probably Real Madrid, but they had their chances. I remember that Mbappe chance. It's about the 80th minute. That could have gone in easily, and we wouldn't have had a response probably. That's the way we've been. So that's the only game, and we're in November, about to go in December. We haven't won a game probably convincingly, even in the Premier League. Like, we look at the games from like Bournemouth to, I think it was a Lecce. I think the Lecce was the last game before Palace. Last minute winners galore. 80 plus goals. Wasn't good enough. Our defending wasn't good enough. Our team wasn't good enough. So that needs to change. Will it change? I hope so. Will that because of a new manager? Maybe. I'm going to end it here. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.